Palm Beach International Airport is officially now Donald J. Trump International.
The $1 million airport change coming with mixed reactions. My co-anchor Nathalie Pozos live inside the airport with everything you'll notice the next time you fly. You're also hearing from first-time flyers there at the new named airport. Nathalie?
Yeah, Stephen, Tiffany, the next time President Donald Trump comes to West Palm Beach, lands here, this is what he's going to see. The sign says President Donald J. Trump International Airport, and that name becoming official today. While several airports are named after past presidents, President Trump is the first president to have an airport named after him while he is still in office. His son, Eric Trump, posting this on Instagram this morning, showing Trump Force One, the president's personal plane, landing here at the tarmac at Donald J. Trump International Airport, saying the plane landed at 5:01 in the morning, and it was the first plane to land here this morning with the new change. He also released new video from inside of the cockpit. Now, while the name change goes into effect today, airport officials say updates to signs and branding will happen in phases. We began to see some of those road signs change on I-95 last week, but as of this morning, some still say Palm Beach International Airport, and some signs in here at the airport still say PBI. So let's break down how all of this happened. It started in November when State Representative Meg Weinberger from Palm Beach Gardens filed a bill to change the name. In February, the Florida House and Senate voted along party lines to approve the name change. Then in March, Governor DeSantis signed a bill that renamed the airport after the president. And in May, Palm Beach County Commissioners voted 4-3 on a trademark agreement with the president's companies to use the name. The agreement including the airport's new logo. We're talking about road signs as well, and uniforms. We're going to continue our live team coverage with our Caleb Califano this afternoon because, Caleb, there was a lot of strong opinions about this name change. There was some controversy. People supported it. People were against it. You spoke to some passengers today.
That is correct. And the passengers that we spoke to say the biggest change right now is simply it's just a different name. Now, we did speak to a number of them, and they all had mixed reactions. Some are, of course, very surprised, but most people say it doesn't change their plans. They're more focused on making their flight and continue with an efficient travel experience than what the airport is being called. While the FAA name change is now in effect, of course, as you said, the full transition will still take several weeks. Airport officials say flights, tickets, bag tags, and reservations are not affected as the airport continues to be run by the county. The airport code will also remain PBI for now until August 18th, when it's expected to change to DJT.
I'm kind of happy about it. I think it's an honor to go ahead and honor the president this way. It'd be nice to see improvements happen.
I think it's great. I love it.
We know everything has just been worldwide, just hyped up politically, and so we just kind of stay neutral, on things. So it's really no concern of ours, of what we. We're still going to fly. Yeah, we're still going to do it, no matter what the name is.
Very well.
So while the name is officially changing today, passengers should expect a gradual transition with other things, including signs, systems, and other materials as they update over the coming weeks. For now, we're live at DJT. Caleb Califano, Nathalie, back to you.
All right, Caleb, thank you so much. And like Caleb just said, the airport is still operated by the county, and operations are not going to change. Many were questioning and wondering how much this name change was going to cost, how much it would be. It was $5.5 million, according to airport officials. Now, the county commission, Palm Beach County commissioners, were reassured that this money would not be coming from the county and instead airport revenue. And then we saw last week when Governor Ron DeSantis signed the state budget, it included $2.75 million for the airport renaming. So that money coming from the state. And like Caleb mentioned, the airport code will remain PBI until August 18th. That is when it turns into DJT. And Stephen and Tiffany, as we've been saying throughout the morning, you may still see some signs that say PBI or Palm Beach International Airport because it is a gradual release. Some of these signs won't be changed for the next few weeks. But again, officially today, the airport is now President Donald J. Trump International Airport.